confuse credit sweeps with credit repair. So as you come in, let me know who you are and where you're from. And we're about to get this party started now. Let's get it.
You can't solve your financial problems with the same kind of thinking that caused them. These words will change your reality because poverty can't survive in a dough chaser's mentality. The beat majors. So to all my dough chasers, it's time to get this party started now.
I like it.
With your host, Jason White.
Yo, what's up, Dough Chasers? My name is Jason White, and I am your host of Dough Chaser TV, also CEO of Witness Riches, where we help people improve their finances and massively boost their credit scores. Some of you may know me from our credit repair videos that we share on YouTube and Facebook. Some of you may know me because you see me on your news feed every other day promoting my services. You may know me because you've been following me. You've been lurking on my page, and now it's real. Hopefully that's not the case, but if it is, just don't make it weird, okay? Anyway, we are talking about credit, and a lot of confusion is going on in the marketplace. And I just got to set it straight today, because the last thing I want is for you to get taken advantage of and end up hurting yourself, because that's not the goal, right? The goal is to improve your credit and use your credit as leverage to use other people's money so you can make your dreams a reality, okay? Whether that is buying a house, buying a car, starting a business, refinancing bad debt, or just being prepared for whatever life may bring your way. Today, we are talking about how you can use your credit and how not to use your credit, because some of you are on the wrong path, and I want to help you get on the right path, all right? So as you come in, let me know who you are and where you're from. We got Chrissy from Chicago, Philip from Lakeland, Tennessee. How you doing? Thank you for joining me this evening. Facebook is still coming in. As you come in, let me know who you are, where you're from. So first and foremost, Jason, the title of your show tonight is Don't Confuse Credit Sweep with Credit Repair, okay? Are you going to explain this for us, Jason? Of course I am, all right? For those of you who are new to the channel, one thing about Dough Chaser TV is it's all about helping you obtain the Dough Chaser's mentality. And a Dough Chaser is someone who is looking to improve their finances and seeking to gain a financial advantage, okay? And credit is a tool that you can use to make that a reality, all right? So what's a credit sweep? What I'm going to do is I'm going to break down credit sweeps, and I'm going to break down some other janky tactics that credit repair professionals use to help you fix your credit. And I just want you to understand that I highly advise that you go the other way when someone is marketing these services to you, okay? So first and foremost, let's talk about what a credit sweep is. A credit sweep is the removal of all of your accounts from your credit report through deceptive tactics, okay? Okay, Jason, break that down for me a little further. Okay. Some of you may call this dry snitching. I don't care. I'm here to protect the people so that you don't get taken advantage of, all right? So I don't care if you're janky and you're watching this. Hate on me if you want, all right? So how do they remove your information from your credit report? What they do is they have you go to your local police station, okay? And they have you file police reports. And in those police reports, you're basically stating that someone has stolen your identity and you did not open up these accounts that are in your name. So you file those police reports, okay? That's the first thing you do. And then what they do is they use those police reports that you filed. They have you fill out an affidavit, and they basically send disputes to the credit bureau as your identity was stolen, okay? Identity theft, okay? Now, the thing about this is two things are questionable. One, did you or did you not really open up those accounts? And then two, why do I have to go to the police station? Okay. So first question, did you or did you not open up those accounts? If you did open up those accounts, you are defrauding the system. Okay. You're basically telling your creditors that, hey, that wasn't me, when indeed it was you. And if they find out it was you, you have consequences to face. Okay. They can sue you. They can take you to civil court and sue you, close your account, take the car back, and you still have to pay for it. Okay? Two, why are we filing police reports? Did you know that it is criminal activity when you file false police reports? When you know that these accounts are yours and you're telling the police that, no, I ain't do it, you're lying to the police. Police don't like to get lied to. All right? So don't break the law and file a false police report. Anyway, they will use this tactic and get everything removed from your credit report. All right? Now, here's the thing about credit sweeps. They usually don't last too long. After about a month or two, that information is going to hit your credit report again because the creditors are going to do a deep investigation and find out that you're lying. There's people in the local community here. I'm pretty sure people around your corner, they get locked up every day. Every day, B. People get locked up every day for this. And the reason they get locked up is because they trust the wrong people to help them fix their credit. They trust. You ever, so a lot of you, if you're black, you probably know someone who has dealt with this experience. But you know somebody who can get you a legal cable. Okay. Now, I'm not going to say every black person knows someone who can get them a legal cable, but if you don't know somebody, you know somebody who knows somebody. Okay. And these are the same people who are saying, hey, if you don't want cable this week, I can always fix your credit. It's like they're hanging out in dark alleys, you know, with the trench coats, basically saying, hey, I got credit sweeps. I can sweep your credit. Don't trust these people. You'll see them on social media. They will basically promote services where they can sweep your credit and clean it in 45 days, and you'll have 700 credit score in a month. Okay? These people are janky. Janky means that they have no integrity. They'll do anything to make a quick buck, and they'll risk your freedom for it. And then when it happens, you won't be able to find them. Yeah, they're gonna go ghost, right? Few times in our local community, I've seen people on social media blasting janky people, and I'm always baffled at, why did you trust this fool in the first place? You can't find them online. You can't find any Google reviews. You can't find anything that validates what they say. But somehow you're willing to give them $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 to sweep your credit because it sounds good. You know, that's one thing that we have to stop doing. We have to stop being so fascinated by the quick win. Quick wins don't last long. And especially when it comes to your credit, it probably has something to do with some illegal activities. And I don't care what anybody says. I am not putting my freedom on the line just to get a new car. Because what's the point of me having this new car and I'm in jail? Like, my baby mama gonna be stunting. I'm just playing. I don't have a baby mama. Anyway, so credit sweeps. Stay away from credit sweeps. They are not credit repair. Credit repair is something that leverages a federal law. There's a federal law called the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and this law is here to protect your credit report, okay? It basically disallows inaccurate information from being reported on your credit report, okay? So if a company reports information that is inaccurate about your credit history, it is your right to dispute that and make sure that the information is either corrected or removed. Okay? And if there's ever any information on your credit report that's questionable, it's your legal right as an American citizen to verify it. Credit repair is all about leveraging that law to either get information removed or corrected that is inaccurate. Okay? And understanding that 3 out of 4 credit reports show inaccuracies, there's a high chance that you have inaccurate information on your credit report that needs to be disputed. That's what credit repair is. Nothing illegal about that. You have the right to do that. That's your human right. But it is not your right to lie and say that someone stole your identity when that's not a reality. Because if we look at the factuality of the situation and determine that, I'm just playing. But if we look at the situation, understand that you're lying, you're filing false police reports, you're going to end up in jail. Okay? So credit sweeps are not credit repair. Jason, but what about the person who's promoting CPNs? Have you ever seen someone promoting a CPN on social media? Type 1, okay? And those of you who don't know what a CPN is, a legal CPN is a credit privacy number, okay? These are numbers that are used in replacement of your social security number. And the game is, hey, you have bad credit. Your credit is attached to your social security number. So instead of using your social security number, how about we get you a new social security number, a CPN, quote unquote, and you use that when you apply for new things. If you want a new car, you want a mortgage, you want a new house, you want to refinance your debt, you want to apply for a new loan, instead of using your social security number because bad credit is attached to that, get a clean CPN, use that to report. And what's going to happen is they're going to look at that number and they're going to see that there's nothing attached to that. And the likelihood of you getting approved is a lot higher because that's not bad credit. Basically, you get a clean slate. But here's what goes wrong. In order for you to get a true CPN, you have to go through a lawyer, an attorney, okay? A regular Joe like me or Day down the street or your cousin Sarah, they can't get CPNs, okay? This is what they usually do. 90% of the time, this is what they do. Somehow they get access to social security numbers of deceased elderly, okay? So if your cousin Jerome, grandma just died and she was 88, 9 times out of 10, well, no, I'm not going to say that, but if she hasn't been using her credit for a long time, her credit is looking real good, okay? But she just passed away. So that means that nobody's using her credit anymore. So they get her information and they sell it to you as a CPN. Hey, don't use your social security number. Use this CPN. But it's not really a CPN. It's someone else's social security number. They just happen not to be here anymore. Or they will get the records of children who were just born, new babies, and they'll get their social security number. And they'll say, hey, don't use your social security number. Use the CPN. I'll sell it to you. But it's not really a CPN because, again, in order to get a CPN, you have to go through a lawyer, an attorney, not your cousin Day, not your Uncle James. Philip mentioned credit expert sweeps. That's just a clever name, okay? Just a clever name. I'm talking about people who really advertise credit sweeps. I can clean your credit in 30, 45 days. Those are the people you want to shy away from. Anyway, back to CPNs. Another way they get these CPNs, aka other people's social security numbers, they know people who just got incarcerated. They just went to prison. They've been in prison for the last 5-10 years. A person who's been in prison the last 5-10 years, that means that they haven't been using their credit for the last 5-10 years. You know, after 7 years and 180 days since the date of last activity, information falls off your credit report. So if someone has been in prison for 10 years, That means that the information is beginning to fall off their credit report. So that means that their credit is actually improving. But they can't use it. They're in prison. So you know what is clever? What if I got their social security number and sold it as a CPN? Yeah, that's how we'll come up. So they basically get other people's social security numbers who are either deceased elderly, newborn children, or someone who is incarcerated. They get all this information. Believe me, this is real. Okay? There's people here that actually do this. There's people in your community that actually do this. We hear about it every day. People get locked up every day for this, B. Don't be the person who falls into this trap. Okay? A CPN, in order to get a true credit privacy number, credit profile number, CPN, you have to go through an attorney or a lawyer. Okay? And people who usually get true CPNs, they're famous. Okay? They have a big net worth. Okay? If someone were to get a part of their information, imagine if, we got Barack Obama's social security number. Somebody's about to use that. So instead of them using their social security number to apply for things, they go through an attorney and they get a CPN, a real one. And they use that to apply for new accounts. All right? Just trying to spread awareness. Just trying to make sure you all have the information so you don't get taken advantage of. All right? I see that we're getting some feedback. Once I get through with my whole spiel, I will address all of your questions, concerns, praise, all that good stuff. I appreciate that. Okay? So 2 things that we just talked about. Credit sweeps, CPNs. Okay? Now let's talk about trade lines. Hey, man, I got this trade line. Hey, I sell trade lines. You want one? Get 20 years of payment history on your credit report. $1,200. Low credit utilization. Okay? Before I get into that, let me finish my thought on the CPNs. If you get caught using a CPN, somebody else's social security number, and you apply for a mortgage, you apply for a car. Let's use a mortgage, for example. You use something that's not yours and you apply for that, guess what that's called? Mortgage fraud. Fraud. When you knowingly are not using your social security number and you're using something else in replacement of that to apply for a particular line of credit, you are committing fraud. Federal prison. Hey, chink chink. I'm not trying to go to federal prison. I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to go. It's not that serious. Work on your credit through what is called legal credit repair. All right? So let's go to age trade lines. You'll see people on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, people everywhere. And they would tell you that we have age trade lines that we're selling. And you can get, 20 years of payment history for somebody else's account. Okay? And basically we'll add it to your credit report. So what they don't tell you is, one, when they add it to your credit report, it's only added for a certain amount of time. Okay? Each month that is on your credit report, it has a less impact. Okay? Because it's not continuing to report on your credit report. 1. 2, the people and companies who are selling these services, they're not registered with the SEC, Security Exchange Commission. Okay? In order for me to sell a financial product, like a credit card, a 401k, something of that nature, in order for me to sell you this, I have to be registered. My company, my service has to be registered with the Securities Exchange Commission to be licensed. These people are not licensed. Okay? 3, I wish I had a percentage. A lot of times when they are adding you to people's accounts, the person, let's say that my friend Mike has a $25,000 line of credit. and he's applying for a car note. Okay? He gives me his information. And without his permission, I begin to sell his credit card information, saying, hey, we got this line of credit for $25,000, low credit utilization. We'd be willing to add you to this account so that the payment history can be added to your credit report. What happens is Mike never knows that I'm selling his information. I'm adding people as authorized users to his account. How am I going to sell somebody? How am I going to sell his card to other people, make money off of him, and he has no idea? That's called stealing. That's a crime. What is that, theft? Okay. So a lot of times these accounts that they're selling as age trade lines, the people that they actually belong to have no idea that their information is being sold in the black market. Okay. So be careful, okay? Because these tactics are illegal. They're scary. People get locked up every day. Every day, B. Got to be careful, okay? The three things that you want to avoid: credit sweeps, okay? You want to avoid CPNs, people who are selling CPNs, okay? Credit privacy numbers, credit profile numbers, whatever you want to call them, same thing. And age trade lines, you want to be careful, okay? Now, a trade line, let's define trade line. A trade line is nothing but an account that reports payment history on your credit report, okay? The secure card that your bank is trying to get you to sign up for, that's considered a trade line, okay? The car that you keep on looking at every time you ride past Ford Automotive, whatever you want to call it, when you buy those cars, that car note is considered a trade line. When you buy a house, your mortgage is considered a trade line, okay? So people think these trade lines are like these magical accounts. Anybody can get a trade line. You can get a trade line without paying $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for it, okay? You can start from scratch, put your secure deposit or get an unsecured account, and once it starts reporting on your credit report, it reports as a trade line, okay? All right? Credit repair is nothing but leveraging what is called the Fair Credit Reporting Act to dispute accounts on your credit report that are questionable, inaccurate, and downright wrong. Okay? Now, you can work on fixing your credit yourself. Okay? Or you can hire companies to serve you. All right? Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful. Do your research. Do your research. Check their online reviews. Learn more about these people. Okay? Just be careful. All right? So, hopefully that information has been helpful. It is now 8:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Toledo, Ohio. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these comments really quick. We're going to try to keep this as short as possible. But as you leave, I want you to know that I really appreciate you all joining me this evening. Truly grateful to have this platform. You all know that without you, there would be no me. There would be no us. So I want to thank you all for giving me the opportunity to share the little bit of knowledge that I do have with you. And I appreciate the fact that some of you are actually inquiring about our program and signing up for our credit repair service. I appreciate that, first and foremost. If you are interested in working with us, feel free to learn more about our program at the 700clubcreditrepair.com. Okay? We're also going to put that information in the comment area of this video. But let me go through these questions really quick. Miss White, how you doing? Sherilyn, how you doing? She said they're everywhere. They are everywhere. Okay? Janky, credit repair people are everywhere. Be alert. TT said, and then they want you to pay monthly. Mr. Leach, what's up with all these credit scammers out here? I mean, it's easy. People are so desperate to get whatever it is they want. They're not willing to be patient, and they want that overnight fix. Okay? So it's easy, it's easy money. It's a fad right now. Everybody is getting into credit repair, and they're all getting into it for the wrong reasons. They know your entire social, your work history, and address. They claiming you have a debt that you need to pay. Exactly. Alicia, if you make a dispute and the place says it's accurate, but you don't believe it, can you dispute again? Alicia, it is your legal right to make sure everything on your credit report is accurate. If you don't agree with it, it is your right to continue to dispute it. Okay? Now, they're going to say it's accurate, but ask them how are they verifying this information. Okay? Follow up with that. Someone told me that it's a bad idea to get a secure card if you want to repair credit because the lender will know that I have a secure credit card and they will still see me as a high risk. Okay, that's not true. Okay, Stephen, thank you for sharing that. So, secure cards report on your credit report and they impact your credit utilization portion of your credit score. Okay, this is the second biggest component of your credit score. This is 30% of your credit score. All right. Lenders are not evaluating every account on your credit report. Okay. Now, some of you may believe that, but it's not true. They're not evaluating your information. What they're doing is they're inputting your social, your birth date, your name into a system, and that system is coming back credit score bad, denied. That's simple. It's not that deep. They're not analyzing each account. Okay. And a secure card reports on your credit report as a revolving account. And as long as you maintain low credit utilization, Stephen, that's going to help your credit. All right. So whoever told you that, tell them to be quiet, man, because they don't know what they're talking about. All right. Be careful who you listen to because they may lead you down a path that's going to keep you where you are. Did you hear what he just said? Be careful who you listen to because they may lead you down a path to keep you where you are. Facts. Miss White said, I just signed up with the company and excited to see what your company will do for my credit. And we are excited to help you get results. Remember, if you ever have any questions or concerns, you can always email your champion or give us a call. We close Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our number is 567-318-5210. Okay? Let me see what we got on YouTube. So what? Myrisha, welcome to the family. Welcome to Witness Riches. We love you. Where are you? Let me see if I can find her stuff. I'm sorry, my man just told me that you signed up. Okay, Myrisha said, after signing up, how long before you will see movement? Well, first and foremost, you have to complete the next steps, 2 forms of ID and the credit monitoring information. Once we get that, within 5 business days, you see activity on your account. And then within 45 days, you begin to see changes on your credit, okay? Now, I'm not saying that everything's going to get deleted in 45 days. I'm saying you're going to start seeing changes in 45 days, movement, okay? Eric Lowry said, you finally persuaded me almost a month in. Hey, I appreciate that. I'm not trying to, manipulate anything. I just want to give you all factual information that's going to help you make the right decisions. Okay. Gloria said, I love the program. I'm in the 700 club. We appreciate you, Gloria. Pastor Furnace said, what about current hospital bills? Try to take care of those with the current creditor, okay? Do not allow those to get into collections because once they get into collections, they're going to threaten to report you on your credit report. And typically what debt collectors do when they get your hospital bills, this is what they do. They're so janky. They get your information. They send you the collection. You don't reply. They report on your credit report. And then they sue you. Once they sue you, they have the right to garnish you, okay? And what happens is they buy one account, but then they see, oh, now we have all his information. We have all his banking information. Let's do this. How about we go to the hospital and see if he has any more past due accounts. And we can buy those too. And then garnish him for those too. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Be careful with those. Try to take care of those as soon as possible because debt collectors are janky and they're going to try to get you, okay? However, if it's in collections, definitely debt validation helps. But you can always negotiate to avoid garnishment if they're threatening to sue you and all that good stuff. We have more information on how to deal with collection accounts, Mr. Furnace. Definitely check out the page for that information. And I'm positive that'll help you make the right decision, okay? Let me see. Michael Stewart said, just join the crew. Welcome. We appreciate you, brother. Let me see. My man, Michael, you're a smart man. He knows my birthday's coming up. Michael Stewart, hey, man, I appreciate that. Thank you. That's dope. I'm about to cry and shit. Let me see. Warriors on the Wall said, I see somebody on IG advertise a book for $20. A book on credit sweeps? He said, yup. That's hilarious. People are selling their the strategies. Let me see. We got Brandon from Allenson, Michigan. We got Chrissy from Washington, Corey from Oakland. Thank y'all for joining me. Erica Lowry said, I tried disputing old addresses online and it didn't work. Is there a separate service from the normal? Unfortunately, we don't have a service for that specifically. But send a letter instead, okay? Send a letter and dispute it that way in writing. Erica, I don't know if you're a client or not, but if you are, make sure you email your credit champion. I don't know if you have Letitia or Chris, but email them and let them know that you want those addresses removed from your credit report because we have a special dispute for that. Okay. But yeah, for those of you who are still with me, I want to give you our website so you can learn more about our credit repair service. Give me one quick second. All right, I mentioned this slightly, but my birthday is actually Saturday. On the 31st, I will be turning 31. So make sure you all, if you're not on our email list, get on our email list. Email me, jason@witnessriches.com or support@witnessriches.com and let us know you want to get on our email list because on my birthday, I'm going to be doing something very special. Okay? I'm turning 31 on the 31st. Okay, something special. Anyway, I want to thank you all for joining me. Erica, you are a client. That's dope. Make sure you email your champion and ask them about disputing the addresses for you, and we'll help you with that, okay? But yeah, thank you all for joining me. I will see you next Tuesday. I may do something tomorrow, but it's going to be a little different, so watch out for that update. But make sure you stay with us Tuesday. Man, my outros always suck. I'm sorry, y'all. Make sure you tune in Tuesday and Thursday of next week around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have more episodes of Doe Chaser TV. Thank you all for your time. Again, my name is Jason White. I'm out. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Erica said, if I remember your birthday last year, that's how long I've been watching.
Hey, thanks, Erica. I appreciate that. Peace. Peace out, y'all.